Here are the queries from my setup SQL files that I propose to you to use for to generate some test data. So let's take them one by one. Uh, I'll create a separate database just for this experiment, and inside just a value task history. I will simply use this task history just to log, every time in each task to log the name of the current task with the timestamp, the current timestamp value. Nothing fancy, just to make sure that I execute an SQL query, that I don't execute just a metadata query, that a warehouse will be required, for the user managed task to do this, or for the serverless task as well, that you'll have cloud compute services using this task. So I have four different sections here. Then in the first section, I will create a user managed task T1, waking up every minute and using a separate warehouse. Yeah, by default, it's an XML warehouse, and you can see at the end what I do. I will simply call alter task resume. That's a way you have to start already the task because otherwise it's suspended. I'll do the same for T2 here, but T2 will wake up every 2 minutes instead. Yeah, we'll use a warehouse, a new separate warehouse T2. Okay, both warehouses so far will auto suspend after 1 minute. So this is a minimum you can basically achieve. Yeah, you can set also a smaller direction, but you'll see later on you'll achieve nothing if you set it to auto suspend with less than 60 seconds. Okay, the final two tasks, I will use serverless tasks. So also a task with waking up every minute. And you can see here, when I specify no warehouse, this will be serverless. Also for T4, waking up every 2 minutes, okay, no warehouse. And yeah, I will have to resume each and every one of them. I did this a few hours ago, and I suggest you do the same because you'll see here we look at the metadata collected based on the task runs, and to get a better picture, it's recommended to leave them up this way into a test account. I insist on this one. Try to use a free test account because, yeah, this may consume, as you expect, enough credits. Okay, I'm back after a few hours. In my case, yeah, I left them here for about 7 or 8 hours. And as you see here on screen, the first thing you have to do when, even if you experiment with scheduled tasks, try to suspend them at some point. Don't leave them there because even if in a test account like the one that I have here, that's a free testing account, free trial account for Snowflake, they will unnecessarily consume a lot of credits. So I'll go here and I will say, okay, alter task one by one, suspend. I already did this before, but yeah, never mind. We can do it again. And then let's start to look. Let's start to investigate. The tasks from our specific database. Yeah, we had the test database, and as you remembered, yeah, so we created T1, T2, T3, T4. T1, T2 are user managed. Yeah, the T3, T4 are serverless tasks. Okay, right now, as you can see here, for the for all the tasks, yeah, basically we can. I created here a query using the information schema task history table function. Yeah, that's a table function, built-in function that will give you all tasks with they don't have the execution time, they have query start time, completed time, but as you can see here, we can extract the execution time. For me, what I want to see is the total time for each of these tasks they've been executed. Okay, so I can see that in eight over 8 hours, I had just 43 total seconds for T1, 20, 42, and so on. So very little. Okay, the next query I built is using warehouse metering history. This is This is a system view in the information. No, that's actually a table function as well. That's also in the information schema. And in this case, I want not just the total credits used by each warehouse, but I will multiply this by 3 to get the actual cost. Because for me, I am with AWS in the US Oregon. The cost, the compute cost is $3, yeah, $3 per credit. So if I multiply by 3, I will get the cost. Let's do this. Okay, so you can see that warehouse one dealing with the task waking up every minute costs me the most. That's about $20 already in, let's say, yeah, if we count this in 8 hours. At the end of the day, I could pay over $60, 60 US dollars. In the next query, I will also look at the same warehouse metering history table function, in particular for the first warehouse because it's the most expensive. But look, I will create a chart. What I will get here, as you will see, for the first warehouse, is a distribution, is a proportion between the cost and how much time is being idle. If I go into chart, you can see here I can add also idle to this. It's a bar chart, and I want to select the grouping part because this way, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a closer look at this. Let's try to ignore the first and the last bar. Uh, what is relevant is in the middle, and as you can see, basically the warehouse was almost always up with and this costs me a lot. Let's have a look at the serverless tasks. We'll be using a different table function. It's called serverless tasks history. And here, yeah, definitely you cannot look at the at warehouses, but the serverless task history gives me the credits used, so you can use this already. You can see the cost for T3 and T4 was very little.